What is going on, everyone? This is Evan with Mile High Exotic Frenchies. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video here. Today I'm going to go down and we're going to talk about some puppy gruel. So I'm a Frenchie breeder. I got some Frenchies that just turned 4 weeks old today. And what we're going to do is we are going to be weaning them off the mother, and we're going to be starting them on their own food. So I'm going to kind of break down and go over what I use and what I do and my method, and then hopefully maybe it works out for you. So first and foremost, I use natural raw dog food that I get from my butcher here out in Colorado. We use Sam's Butcher, and what you get, I get an 80-10-10 ground blended mix. Try to get a good look at this here in the camera for you. But this is just ground turkey that has some organs and some bone dust. There's some small bone chunks in there, and at the end of the week or day, you know, they grind that all up that they would sell to us humans, and they make a pet food in it. So it's really, really quality. So to start out with, I had a litter of 7. I'm making this puppy gruel. For me, I'm gonna start out with about 3 pounds of this ground turkey. Perfect. So we want nice, strong, healthy pups, of course. One of the reasons I like to go raw is I know exactly what goes into my dog's stomach and their diet. What's in their daily routine. You know, you are what you eat. So there's no BS fillers or any crap in there. This is just all ground up, ground turkey. Some people ask me if you can use the ground turkey from like Walmart or King Soopers if you can't find your local butcher. I would say, yeah. It would be better than possibly using, not biased against, you know, kibble dog foods, but they just use different sources of proteins and carbohydrates in those, and I'm pretty specific, especially if you got a Frenchie, you know that they can have some food allergies, so you kind of have to tailor to those guys' needs. So anyways, you got your protein set up. Of course, it's gonna be too solid for a 4-week-old puppy to be able to eat. This is what my adult Frenchies eat. So we got to kind of break this down and make this into a mush for them. I start with that. I got 2 cups of hot water, warm water. You know, it's not too hot. It's going to burn me, but it's definitely nice and warm. Heat up this cold or unthawed turkey. And then I use goat's milk. We don't use cow's milk for your puppies, okay? If you're doing any supplement, feeding with your dog, if your mother's not nursing, you're gonna still wanna use goat's milk. Please don't go to your refrigerator and go grab some, you know, whole milk from your grocery store. You can get it in a powder form. This is what I use here, kind of like a baby formula. Instructions are pretty simple on the back as far as what you're mixing it with. So just make sure that you pay attention to that. Perfect. Give it a nice good stir. And I got really lucky through this whole process. I didn't have to really, I wasted probably more of this than anything trying to make it for little puppies. I thought I had a supplement feed, but they really didn't take to the goat's milk for me, and they just wanted the mom, and mom was plenty fine with nursing the whole time. So it actually worked out really, really good for myself. But I use this milk still kind of to break this down and make this mush. Versus trying to maybe use water. I think they still get more nutrients, so that's why we're there. All right, so You could just add these two together, but I did a little extra check-in and research on myself and what I found out on the internet, of course. Good old carrots. Who remembers being a little baby and your mom and dad feeding you baby food and peas and carrots, you know? Carrots seem to be a good source as far as a natural dewormer is what I read. These guys are young and got very sensitive stomachs, and there's a lot of things as far as going through on these dogs, and you know, vaccinations and deworming. And don't get me wrong, we're still going through the appropriate steps on that. But again, there's a lot of animals out there who go their whole lives without these things and live. So we're not treating this any differently. We're just not going over the top, I guess you could say. People get a lot of thoughts in their head as far as these Frenchies, and they need all this special things and so on and so forth, and they're pretty average or standard, just like any other dog when it comes to this stuff. Okay, so what I do with this right here, I'm gonna add this, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and blend it. I got one of those Fruit Ninja blenders, so I already got my peas and carrots in here. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in the blender real quick, get that nice and baby food textured like. All right, so should look like baby food, okay? What I'm doing here, I'm gonna go ahead and take my little baby food mix and I just pour it right into my container that I have my ground turkey with already. I'll give it a good little mix here, kind of stir that all around. Make sure I get this mixed up as much as possible. Nice, good mix. All right. All right, so I got that mixed up. Still, you know, giving a little mix here, but you kind of get an idea as far as the consistency on this guy here. Okay. So then I still got to add my goat's milk. You know, it's not very runny. You know, so that's something the goat's milk is gonna fix on this part. So now, again, just kind of stick still to my fork. I need it to be a little bit more runny for these pups. So I started out with about half. I'll slowly mix it in. Just mixing it, mixing it. Mixing it. Again, we kind of want this, you know, a paste-like, mushy-like. This is for, you know, young puppies who still don't have teeth. The teeth will be coming in here over the course of the next couple weeks. But I want them to gain all the nutrients they can. And you're gonna see here pups that I'm talking about. I was blessed with a lucky litter of 7, 4 boys and 3 girls. All right. So there you go. It takes all of it. Mix this up. Keep mixing. All right. So now, this is what I call more of a puppy gruel. Okay, it's like a runny oatmeal consistency is how I would best compare this. And I got that all nice and mixed up. And so then my next step, I gotta feed these guys. I use one of these little, 13 by 9 baking pans. I found that to be one of the easiest ways. And bam, there is your puppy gruel.